It's the Friday edition of TV3Newday. Time now for some sports, and one thing that is on the lips of many people, or what's trending even on social media, is the exit of Felix Annan from Kotoko after what, Theory, 10 years?
Yeah,
of being
currently the longest serving player in the team.
So it beats my mind why he's always been third choice.
Not always, just for the last couple of seasons. A few decisions going bad here and there, not exactly going his way.
Right.
Some new inclusions, coach decisions here and there. But of course, he's spent a bit of time in the Black Stars as well. So we are going to be getting into his mind to understand exactly how all of this came about. So
take it away, Thierry.
By all means, of course, highly rated goalkeeper Felix Annan has terminated his contract with Asante Kotoko. The shortstopper lost his place in the Asante Kotoko team last season, where he struggled to get playing time. He lost his time to Kwame Ba and later Razak Abalora, and that affected his involvement in the senior national team as well. Of course, before that, he was always in the Black Stars. Now, the goalkeeper, despite staying to fight for his position, failed to win the battle, hence decision to hook up elsewhere. Now, Annan and the club have agreed to mutually part ways, bringing an end to his 10-year stay at the club. Now, Felix Annan joins us via Zoom, and we are going to be speaking to him because he's a man who joined from Gomwa Fete Fire Academy and has long since been a Kotoko fan and a player. So, Felix, good morning, and you're welcome to New Day.
Good morning, Terry.
Great. You seem buoyant, not a kind of facial expression I was expecting to see the morning after. Okay, we seem to be having some technical challenge there at the wrongest time possible. But we are... Okay, so he's back. Hi, Felix. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Terry, I can hear you.
Okay, great. I was asking that you seem very pleasant for a man who just exited a club that he's long served at.
Actually, maybe you've seen, but it's not been easy. But I'm alive this morning, so I have to kick on. But it's not been easy. But that's life, so we just have to move on.
Positive mentality, I like that. But what I'm sure a lot of people would want to know is, for clarity's sake, what exactly happened at Kotoko? You have been one of the best goalkeepers we've seen in the last decade. You have said, well, the club, there were times when you had offers, you had to turn them down. In a nutshell, summarize what exactly went wrong at Kotoko and why this decision.
For me, I will not talk much because for me, it's been 10 years of success, love, dedication, and then, ambitious. For the last 2 years, whatever that happened, for me, I don't want to talk about it because no matter what it is, it is past and gone. So me leaving doesn't have anything to do with something was wrong or that, but it felt it's time for me to move on after all these years. I think I have to move on and then try a new challenge. So for me, it was just a matter of just leaving and then getting to have another adventure. So it's got nothing to do with personal, anybody, any coach, any management, any technical team. No, for me, it was all about my emotions and then my mental health. So I just felt it's time for me to move on. No matter how it's going to be, I just had to move on and then look elsewhere.
Per your statement yesterday, you were thanking Asante Henry Otunfosetutu. You were thanking the board of Kotoko. You were thanking the management. You thanked the coaches, the technical team, the players, the fans. You seem to be believing in harmony, but of course, we all know that is not exactly what it is. I know you want to stay clear of some of the issues, but would you deny that there was friction between you and some top officials at the club?
No, I've never had issues, with any member of any board members. For me, that is why you say I was able to spend 10 years in Kotoko, because I wasn't someone who was playing and giving my best because I'm playing for a coach, I'm playing for a management, or I'm playing for a board member. I came into the club with all much, my talent from Wafa, just to play as a professional. So for me, each and every day when I go into training matches, all I do is playing for the badge, the club meant so much to me that, each and every day, even if I get 2 minutes to play, I just want to give my best. So for me, it was not about anybody. It was all about Kotoko.
Okay.
It's not about anybody.
Okay. You also mentioned, seeking new adventure. Can you confirm to us, break it here for us? Where are you going?
Actually, I can't even tell you I'm going now because right now it's kind of, I just have to relax myself. As I was saying, it hasn't been easy for me, and I have to be frank. Mentally, emotionally, after the season, I've gone through a lot, and then I just want to use this opportunity to thank so many people because if it wasn't, for my family, my wife, a lot of people, big men who always, contacted me and then calmed me down. It wasn't easy for me, if I had to think about so many things. My mental issues were getting worse, so very, very emotional. But I thought that no matter what it is, I just have to move on. Whatever it is, I'm still a professional player, so we'll see what the future holds. But for now, I can't confirm anything. But there have been a lot of efforts, but we just want to come up, because for me, I'm someone who always want to give 200% best. And then, I do everything with the heart. And then emotionally, I just have to get over everything. I just have to try and then get back to, I know myself so that I can exhibit whatever, I have to give to people who are watching and supporting me. So I just want to get and revive myself, and then, I come back very big.
Before I let you go, final question. Do you have offers internationally? I mean, we some seasons past, we heard that you had offers from South Africa. Are we expecting you to move out of Ghana, or you think you are going to be staying within the shores?
For me, as I was saying, a couple of seasons now, as you're saying, I was on top, but just some years now, and especially last season, my stats, in games wasn't that, very good. Let's face the facts. I didn't play much games last season, so my stats wasn't really that good. But we're still in contact with a lot of people. We're trying to gather whatever they will bring on board, locally, abroad, everywhere. It's all about me playing football. If where I'm going to play is going to make me happy, it's going to make my family happy, I think we will just move on. So for now, I'm just looking up to abroad. If not, there's locally, there are so many teams who are also building up. So we see how the future holds.
Okay, Felix, thank you very much for joining us. Of course, a great pleasure speaking to us, after this particular termination of your contract at Kotoko. We wish you all the best going forward, and we definitely will be monitoring your progress, and hopefully you keep rising, and not just for yourself, but of course for the entire country.
Thank you so much, Terry, and have a nice day.
By all means, you too. All right, so that was Felix Annan, and of course he was speaking to us, after terminating his contract with Kumasi Asante Kotoko.